Oh, this is the place where the fishermen gather in oilskins and boots and cape hands battened down. All sizes of figures with squid lines and jiggers, they congregate here on the squid jigging ground. Some are working their jiggers while others are yarning. There's some standing up and there's more lying down. While all kinds of fun jokes and tricks are. As I walked up the gangway and I stood on the starboard and gazed on the harbor on a gray foggy day. Tory out here in a dory, running down squires on the squid jigging ground. There's men from the harbor.
And so remember your fish and chips? Are you ready for it? Okay, so we have a 12:30 timing for our lunch, and they said, you know, if you come a few minutes early, don't worry about it.
I thought I'd see no more, till I saw those lights that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. Those northern lights that shine so bright when the night is cold and clear. The snow is bright from the pale moonlight, and silence fills the air. I cast my eyes to those sparkling skies, and I can see once more those northern lights that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. This place I've heard, and every word is far away and cold, but I have found in this beautiful town a treasure as rich as gold. Those dancing lights with their colors so bright each night as I look through my door. Those northern lights that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. I'm a hardy old sailor from Newfoundland shore. I fished for me living on the wild Labrador. Now the fishing's all over and me work is all done, and I'm going out tonight with me rubber boots on. So I ate up me supper and shaved off me beard. For courting indeed I was highly prepared. With the day's work all over and the night coming on, I remember that night with me rubber boots on. I knocked on her door and me knock it was low, and out of her slumber me knock she did know. She came to the door and said, is that
I the by the bills of mountain, I the by the sails are kicked, the by the king of the fish and eggs among the rider. If you burn is available, if you burn is very craft, over 20 Martin's harbor all around circle. Oh Labrador road, you are one living dream.
well, I've told you all the story about Aunt Martha's sheep. Well, there's another story in my memory I will keep. So pull your chairs up close, boys, and listen to my tale. I'll sing to you a ballad of me and Brother Bill. 'Twas early in the month of June beneath the summer sky. We started on our journey with a rod and reel.
1 millimeter represents approximately 100 years of time. So time is literally flashing before our eyes. Trilobites, brachiopods, all that's been found in these cliffs, fossilized.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, I would like to welcome here to Smyrna another group of honorary Newfoundlanders, another group of people who's going to help pay for our roads and bridges for years to come. But, well, it's my duty here to Smyrna to properly indoctrinate you fellers into the culture of Newfoundland and Labrador, and thereby make this stay of yours that much more enjoyable. You're required to sample this fine specimen here of Newfoundland screech. Another thing that you're required to do, you're required to kiss the codfish.
We started on our journey with a rod and reel and flies. Bill was an alcoholic, so lots of booze he took, and very soon we're fishing knee-deep down in the brook. The birds were singing sweetly and the river running wild. The salmon, they were jumping in that good old Newfie style. Bill would cast his line down and...
So he was really disappointed. So he was talking to the boys. He said to the boys, he said, I'm sorry guys, he said, but I won't be able to come up to the cabin the weekend. The wife said we got too much work to do around the house, so I won't be up. So very good. The weekend comes and they go up to the cabin. When they get up there and they walk in, who should be sitting to the table having the beer was the fellow that said he couldn't come up. And the boys said to him, Tat, you couldn't come up for the weekend. How come you're up here? He said, well boys, he said, I went home from work, he said, and my wife met me at the door and she took me by, she was dressed in this nice lingerie. He said, and she took me by the hand and took me up to the bedroom. When we got up to the bedroom, she laid on the bed and she said to me, now handcuff me to the bed. So I handcuffed her to the bed. And then she said to me, now you can do whatever you want. So here I am.
It's been some years ago since I left my island to go to the mainland, like the old folks would say, as I walked up the gangway and I stood on the starboard and I gazed on the harbor on a gray foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in, then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a gray, foggy day. Wake in the early morn to the sound of the old foghorn, and wait for the men to return with their boats in the bay. All these things I don't see no more when I lived on the old Cape shore and gazed at the boats on their moor on a gray foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in, then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a gray, foggy day. As long as my heart don't break from these old memories, old lovers and old used to be, I'd come home to stay. I can still hear the ocean roar through the hills on the old Cape shore, but there are no fishing boats anymore, but it's a gray, foggy day. Summer days, they
it. Somebody's driving upstairs pretty hard and fast. Got a mess. Dolphins! Dolphins coming in! Right side of dolphins! Get ready! Slow in cover the mid-pack. Alright, Noah got the camera rolling on the bow. And just watch this now. Come on, you guys, come on up forward. Dolphin there, look at that boom coming up the street. I'm not good. 9 o'clock. Coming in on each side. Going over to the right side. Look at that. Wow. And Captain Short Guy's going wild. Where's Dolphin on the left side?
Beings in similar habitats will grow to have the same physical attributes necessary for survival in that terrain or habitat. Basically, the birds resemble penguins because they are raised and they live in the same environments. But these common mer we see here, folks, are going to be, they do not dig a burrow, they do not build a nest, they're going to lay their egg right on the rock. There's a very specialized egg that they lay, folks. Triangular, conical in shape, we'll say.
Come gather all around me and I'll sing to you a tale about the boys from Carmenville who almost went to jail. It happened on a November's night when all hands was asleep. We crept up over Joe Tuck's hill and stole them the sheep. Now if you pay attention, I know I'll make you laugh. We never went to steal the sheep, we went to steal the calf. The old cow, she got hangry cause we woke her from her sleep. We couldn't take any chances, so we had to steal the sheep. We caught the woolly animal and dragged her from her pen. She said goodbye to little lamb she'd never see again. She knew that tall dark... Then again, I'm never sure when it's the proper time of day, for we never get together anyhow. 'Cause it was really nice to watch the candles through a glass of wine, dreaming dreams together when the quiet nights were yours and mine. Just a pair of fools wrapped up in soft lights dancing from the fire, till the morning light would whisper in the sky. I keep thinking that you saw me in the park the other day. When I have the time, I go to where we met. When I'm on the road, I see you in a crowd or by the way. It's gonna take some time till I forget. 'Cause it was really nice to watch the candles through a glass of wine, dreaming dreams together when the quiet nights were yours and mine. Just a pair of fools wrapped up in soft lights dancing from the fire, till the morning light would whisper in the sky. There's a party for some friends we both know when I'm back in town. Do you think that you could go there for a while? Though we were never meant to happen, still it doesn't mean to say we can't share a glass and look back with a smile. 'Cause it was really nice to watch the candles through a glass of wine, dreaming